All right, welcome back to Basement Movie Room. We're back with another review. We're out of Kurt Russell month. Ended that on a horrible, horrible note. I don't know why we watched 3,000 Miles to Graceland, but we did. We did. You can see the review link somewhere on the YouTube page. I don't know. It's probably going to be at the end of this video to recommend one to you. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that one myself, honestly, though.
I had a guy ask me the other day, "You see any good movies?" I was like, "Not
3,000 Miles to Graceland."
Yeah.
So yeah. So we get away from Kurt Russell. We're going into some samurai films, and we decided we're both big fans of 13 Assassins, which is a review on this page. One I did solo before Jared joined me to do things. So check that one out. It's my most popular video. I don't know why, but it is. So we're watching. Well, we finished it up just now. It's not Friday, by the way. It's Sunday afternoon. But we finished up just now. Hara-Kiri, I guess is how you pronounce that. Hara-Kiri. Hi! So Hara-Kiri is directed by Takashi Miike, same person who directed 13 Assassins and like 250 other films. The guy's a prolific Japanese director, directs a ton of movies, like 10 a year or something like that. So you may know him from 13 Assassins, Blade of the Immortal. I believe Ichi the Killer was his film as well, which I really need to watch that one. I've never seen that one. I love Miike. So this movie, and I'm not going to go very much into this movie, to be honest. People need to watch this movie. I can't spoil this movie. It would be terrible to do that. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, the movie opens with a young samurai going to a large house in Japan, who's, I guess, like a feudal lord's house. The house of I think it's II. I think it's II. It's not LI. I think it's II. Or I don't know how you would say it. But like, he goes there and he says he's there to commit ritual suicide. And when he gets there, one of the other guys talking to the main guy played Shinzaman in 13 Assassins. He's I don't know what you call him in Japan, but he's like the guy watching over the castle while the lord is gone. So he's the castle keep guy. So he's there, and one of the other guys comes up to him and says, "Hey, I heard about this going on where people are faking suicide attempts, like wanting to do suicide at these castles for honor to just get them to give them money." So Matome is this samurai's name, and he mentions he has a wife and daughter, and it's pretty clear to these people that this is a suicide bluff, that he's not going to go through with it. So they kind of force him into it, and they discover one of the other samurai that's supposed to help with the ritual suicide discovers that his blades are actually just bamboo. Yeah. So they ultimately force him to go through with it, with this bamboo blade, and you get a really, really significantly tough to watch section of him trying to commit suicide with this bamboo blade. And finally the main household head had put in charge Onodaka, I think was the guy's name he put in charge, to do the final sword cut. They can basically cut off the guy's head to save him the pain after they cut themselves. So the main samurai, the Shinzaman guy, comes out there, cuts off his head because the other samurai's just letting him suffer through this. So that's kind of where that part ends. And then you get another samurai coming to this castle that says he's there to do the same thing. And they kind of ask him, do you know a young samurai named Matome? And he denies it. He doesn't do anything. So they get it all set up, and he goes out there on the mat, and he starts telling a story of his daughter, Miho, and his ward, who was basically his samurai apprentice, Matome. So that's where the story kind of starts. I'm not going to go any further because it's definitely something you need to watch. So he knows Matome. He's there because he's heard what happened there. So the story kind of goes from there, and you get all the background. The characters are developed through that story going forward. But yeah, it's really good. The setup, that's about 45 minutes in that you go back in time to get the setup for everything. The setup is so intense. Yeah, it is.
It really, really draws you in.
Yeah, we had watched about 45 minutes of it like a week ago, and we had to stop because we had other things to do, so we came back today and finished off the other. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes long, so it's about an hour and 40. Another hour and 15 minutes that we needed to watch. And yeah, I mean, it's intense really through the whole thing. It's I'm gonna tell you, it can get a little depressing at times. It's tough to watch in a couple of sections, but not as much gore as you would expect out of Miike.
It was a lot of implied.
Yeah, a lot of implied stuff.
Stuff like, I mean, yeah, it wasn't gory.
You don't see a lot of it directly. You get it implied, and really ultimately
the acting was superb.
Yeah,
when they were doing the suicides. I mean, you didn't see any of the gore, but just the way that they acted made you feel like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a little hard to watch at times.
Yeah.
But the storyline can get very depressing. I will warn you, it can be very depressing overall. There's a lot of background to these characters that you don't know about.
And that's where it kind of gets a little slow. I could see some people being
like,
this is a drag here. But it really builds these characters to where you get that grand. The ending.
The ending's terrific. We're not going to say anything about it, but the ending's really terrific. And then you know, it's all about honor and samurai honor, and how they may take it too far sometimes, and maybe sometimes they're taking it a little too literal, misplaced honor. Very good. Yeah. But you said the acting. The actors are terrific. I think you looked up the main actor who played Tukamoto, or I can't remember his name right now, but Tukakoma or something like that. But he's very good in it. He's
Ippo.
Yeah, you looked him up, but I can't remember his name. But he's very good. Yeah. He's older, and you know, Matome and Miho are his kids, and you kind of follow them growing up in the movie as well. So he's an older guy, samurai, but he's you know, you don't really know how good a samurai he was or anything. You don't know if he's done anything, but he's alive. He makes umbrellas. Yeah. That's his job as a samurai right now, is making umbrellas. It's peacetime.
Yeah.
But it's implied that he'd been to war. He'd been within the feudal wars and things like that. And he's superb in it. The younger actors who played Matome and Miho are very good. There's a baby actor in it.
The baby was
baby was really good. I don't know how they managed that.
How they got that baby to act in something.
Yeah. That baby was good.
They
must have been pretty patient with the baby in those scenes, because the baby was good.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a class struggle film as well. There's a lot of like class things in Japan, and how Japan might have not been as, you know, great as it seemed when you look just at the like architecture and everything. But there's also this lower class of samurai and lower class of people that just live in the depths of poverty. They can't afford to feed themselves even. So you get all that stuff in there. But overall it's a terrific movie. It's not, you know, if you're going this expecting 13 assassins, you're gonna be disappointed. But you're gonna get that level of filmmaking though. Yeah. It's Miike doing some of his best work. I mean, he's really good. It's much more solemn film than 13 Assassins is, of course. So I mean, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. The score, I mean,
the score was just a little bit.
It wasn't much.
Just this little boom.
Yeah, it's basically
like
a drum. Yeah, it's the only
and it hits
story.
at these certain points.
And it gets a little bit louder. It swells a little bit in certain times, and it'll be very quiet in certain times. And I think it's meant to be there for the emotional effect. I think you said that during the movie, that the emotional effect is
really
why it's there.
Yeah. And, I mean, they had a little piece at the end of a score, but it wasn't much of anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was enough.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of quiet moments during this movie that I think if they did have a score, it would have overplayed those nice moments.
Oh yeah. Bamboo sword. That was a big part of the movie for sure.
And that is explained.
Yeah, you'll see the bamboo sword, that's probably one of the harder parts of the movie to watch, but it's not the only one that's hard to watch. It is a rough movie, but very, very well done.
Yeah. No crazy.
Yeah. I mean, directed.
No crazy samurai like flipping, jumping. It's just, it's very.
It's visceral.
It's very set in reality.
Yeah, it certainly is.
So
I guess we can go to ratings. I mean, we're not. I don't want to talk much more about it because I'm afraid I'll spoil it for people, because I want people to watch this movie. So I'll let you go.
Yeah. I gotta go with I'm gonna go 4.4. I'd go higher. There were some drawn out parts.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there is.
Overall, it's pretty impressive for me.
Yeah.
So I say 4.4. Not quite 4 or 5.
I'm at a 4. I'm at a 4.5. Okay. I thought about giving this a 5 to be honest.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, there's some parts that maybe carried on a little bit too long.
I think we feel the same.
It could have pushed forward a little bit quicker in parts, but I understand what they were going for. They wanted kind of a somber mood in parts of it. They wanted to show you the struggles of all these people that they're following in the movie. So I understand, but it gets the 4.5 because maybe about 10 minutes too long, ultimately. 10 minutes probably could have been pushed back and made this a little bit tighter, but overall, fantastic. Fantastic movie. You should definitely check it out. If you're at all a fan of samurai films or Miike, or maybe the actors in it, which, you know, I'm sure I've seen a lot of these people in other Japanese movies that I've seen because I've watched a lot of them. But yeah, it's a terrific,
look familiar for sure.
Terrific film. Yeah. Terrific film. Definitely see it if you get a chance. All right, anything else?
I mean, if you're looking for a bunch of action, this is not
not your movie. No.
So, no, it's a really character driven.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, not so much action. But
absolutely.
I loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
It's great.
Check it out.
It's great. Thanks for watching Basement Movie Room. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
No drink.
No drink.
武士に二言はござらぬ。